Hataoka now leading it by 4.
Pretty smart play here as well, clubbing back. Fairway really narrows up if you take driver out for someone of her length. Only averages 12 yards behind Lexi Thompson for the year, and this is a nice little draw. Very similar line to Lexi's.
Hasn't missed a fairway today, still hasn't. 9 for 9. She's only missed 5 greens all week.
Being said, the ball is above her feet, and very difficult to hit Faye from that position.
There is
Oh,
water
that
right.
was so low. And chasing.
Okay, that's not going to be easy, but somehow she's going to have a green in regulations.
But all the advice that he knows, and that is, if the wind is into him, like it should be, but you can't feel it, but it should be, wedge might not be enough to get it all the way to the flag stick. 135 to the hole. She went after it and pulled it left edge of the green.
Nasa, our leader.
Just a smooth wedge from 114 yards left of the hole.
Okay, no problem. Well, with proven winners on either side of her, Lexi and Minji Lee inverted.
This one, it's pretty flat speed-wise, just moving right the entire way, not a ton. Minji Lee has already lagged up to about 4 or 5 feet.
Nasa will have a putt for birdie in a moment.
In the years, got a little bit of lead off Lexi's putt. That bounced a little right off the putter.
Bounced in. 5-shot lead. Tied for the lead. When the day started, not anymore. Bogey free, 5 under, 5 birdies.
That might have been the one that broke a lot of hearts and might have put some people saying that they're going to try to be second.
It's rarely easy. See, she's 18 under. So-Yeon Yu, as Tom mentioned earlier, tournament record last year, 18 under here. 3-day event.
As we were saying, you know, thinking about players playing for seconds. All these players are now trying to think about next week, the KPMG Women's PGA, the next major on their schedule. And
just because it's that uncomfortable left to right breaker.
You know, Jerry, I think if I were in her camp, I would tell her, when a putt makes you a little bit nervous, don't take any extra time. Step up, give it your best alignment, and putt. That would help her to get rid of the nerves.
She'll take it, 2-putt. Really tightly packed leaderboard when the day started. Not so much anymore. Nasa Hataoka has lifted off. 5-shot lead.
Nasa, as you see on the far left, she's just below parallel, but she also has kind of a big squat in her backswing, and she doesn't have nearly the shoulder turn. Let's go all the way over to Lexi Thompson, who now drops the club way below parallel, and the shoulder turn there is the thing to watch. Just amazing. And then Minji Lee, the club is always absolutely parallel. It's just it's a perfect picture of what some would say are perfect.
Clubbing back on this fairway that narrows quite a bit. This one is signaled to be heading a little right. It is.
Careful, well done, Jerry.
Thank you.
In the hazard. She may have wished that it had hit you, Jerry, because it's gone into the hazard. Well, the first sign that it could be a long finish.
Pick up now.
Straight or just left center is perfect here.
Yeah. No anxiety in that whatsoever.
Nasa, if you look at her stats, she was 150th in fairways hit. Now Minji.
And as Jerry's already said, this fairway pinching in, Minji also laying back. And this one is very safe.
Yeah.
Problems for the leader.
Good lie. She's using a 6-iron, but really you've got to land this 5 short. and the line is to the right of the hole, almost at the TV tower. It's just right of it, safe play. But
156 yards. Slide uphill lie.
Hole location should suit her.
She did exactly that, what she was trying. Good line, just right of the hole.
Yeah.
Shot.
Good chance for a birdie. Maybe a two-shot swing.
Caddy Dana DeRoe told me on the last fairway, he goes, she's hitting the ball further, one club further than he's ever seen her, so there might be a little adrenaline going as well. Another quality shot.
Yeah, looks good starting out.
Wow. That'll be some par. Problems off the tee for Hataoka, but she may be able to scramble a four. Lexi Thompson has a good putt for a birdie, trying to close that gap.
slope off the bunker that influenced this putter to make it stay out that side.
Now Lexi Thompson for an important birdie putt.
A little bit downhill, it looks like a little bit of a tricky green to me. She studied it at great length with Kevin McAlpine. I think it actually falls to the right, which is basically off the side of the green. She saw the same thing and it actually moved left. And that was a tough read. Actually, Lexi gets so confused on her birdie effort. I haven't seen her do that all day.
Wow, really impressive four. Just when there was a chance for her to have a wobble, maybe not execute that approach shot, that could have led to a double bogey, but she knocks it on. 5 holes to play. Lexi.
And par 5 14th, Nasa Hataoka leading by 5.
3-shot hole for just about everybody in the field, and when you lay back off the tee, it's a generous sized fairway.
536 yards, moved up a little bit from day one. Got Lexi, who's the biggest hitter. Perhaps, maybe Aria Chitanikar would have something to say about that, but one of the biggest hitters in golf, 5 back. But she's laying back.
Yes, she is. She is probably the only player in the field, except for maybe Aria, who would have a chance to get here in 2, but she just doesn't like how this hole feels as a 2-shot hole. This one heading a little right, might need to sit. Like that.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, this hole is kind of...
And as you come down this hole, we talk about the design. Every single one of these shots is awkward. It's an awkward tee shot, even though it is a generous fairway, just because of the angle. And then the layup's awkward, you have to get your lines right, and it gets narrow. And then the shot is to the uphill green, also tough.
Our leader by 5, laying up at 14.
Both fellow competitors already have laid up in the fairway. This one's heading a little right, though, but there is some fairway there.
Hataoka. This is at the 5th for birdie. Began today tied for the lead. She would be 2 under at that point. Then at the 9th with Minji Lee close for birdie. She went first and rolled it in. Even this, Nasa, a front 9, 4 under par 32. Then at the 12th, with her fellow competitor scrambling for par, Nasa rolls it in. And then at 13, with a big lead, she does this off the tee. Special attention to the footwork of Gary Fultz getting out of the way, and a water landing for Nasa. And yet, after taking the drop on this par 4, this was her 3rd. She loved the tempo here.
Yeah, this was just such a solid shot. I love the sound. You could tell the ball started just to the right of the hole and drew toward it. Give herself a great chance.
And again, Lexi Thompson had a putt for birdie, but she missed. Thought we might have a two-shot swing instead. Nasa Hataoka has answered at every turn, and she has indeed been
Perfectly flat lie. Throw this a few yards behind it and watch it just zip back a little bit. Anything outside 10 feet here wouldn't be below her expectations.
Here it comes.
Oh, too much.
Careful. Should stay. Yeah.
Well, it's sure makeable from there, even though it's not on the putting surface.
Same yardage of 111. A little bit of a downhill side hill lie, but nothing too significant. Nasa, however, going with a little pitching wedge should land with a lot less spin.
Salt. Get down. Get down. Oh, yeah. Leading by 5. That's a good shot.
She was going to be the better player than Lydia Ko, but I believe a broken bone sidelined her for a little bit and held her back, but she's definitely showing signs of being quite a dominant player out here.
Yeah, when she turned professional, she was the #1 amateur in the world.
At all, as Nasa appears to be, she does not look nervous, and such a very kind and gentle lady.
Up by 4 now. It's for birdie.
Very speedy, turning a little left. Oh, great putt. Oh, just ran out of speed.
Hiromi was trying to coax it in. It was Hiromi who first took her to practice. Take up the game. But a sensible play, Judy. Fairway laid back, laid up to a good spot.
% in this game, and she almost looked a little disappointed that she didn't make that putt.
Same kind of putt, just lost speed.
Not been Minji's day. You would have liked her chances.
Decisively, it's uphill slightly, turning just a little to the right at the end. Keep the speed up on this one, I like her chances.
She authored one of the great comebacks we've ever seen in
Butt kicking by Captain Julie Inkster, and she just turned on. I've never seen anybody play 14 holes of golf like that.
Neither had Anna Nordquist.
They wound up with a half, which was fitting, wasn't it? Now she's going to need something memorable.
Northwest Arkansas Championship, and she's on the tee at the 50.
She wasted no time getting up over this ball. She's feeling quite confident. Another beautiful strike. Good line.
Wow.
Almost all the way back to that hole.
Another sensible shot on a par 3. And another chance for a birdie.
With a little help in it. And I don't think she has to hit this one too hard at all. It's turning toward the left side of the green, the back portion of the green.
She had the Lexi lean going. She was a little worried it was going to drift too far left, but it's just fine.
She's no Ho-Sung Choi, but she does have some body language.
Oh, how about that, chap?
Yes.
I'd give anything to play around with that guy. That's fun to watch.
Can't wait to see
It
him.
does play about 13 yards downhill, so 155 on the card. The players needing a lot less than that. This is high, drawing, little left of the hole.
One of the best we've seen.
Quite a bit of left to right swing in it. Back edge of this green does tilt back towards the front.
Just a par.
I think what we're seeing from Lexi is just steps in the right direction. It's been a fairly quiet year for her, in terms of she's in her own little world on this golf course, playing quality shot after quality shot.
Oh, that looks quality all the way again. One step closer to becoming the 5th Rolex first-time winner of 2018. Be a big breakthrough win. And she'll become the first Japanese player to win on the LPGA Tour since Haru Nomura last
Jerry,
year.
that's been something we've seen for the past few weeks.
Yeah, we see Aria with the little smile before every shot. Nasa doing the same little, I don't know, motivating routine of some sort. That's that energy flowing. This one, a pretty big draw off the right side of the fairway. Doesn't want to hit it really more than 240 yards. That's the distance of the bunker.
Yeah, here we go. She's missed one fairway, hasn't she? That was one that
It changed the scoring a great deal.
There aren't a lot of forced carries either, though, I think, in a situation like that. Maybe you give a little nod to rewarding the power a little more than often is the case. That was a really, really low, almost stinger-type shot right up the middle.
I don't know about today because I haven't kept count, but yesterday Lexi only hit 3 drivers.
a long putt for eagle for Christy Kerr. Tied for 13th, 11 under. I hit that so hard, she said. There's the tee shot of Minjee Lee at 16.
This one just slightly down the right side, asking for it to go, and that should be nicely done in the fairway.
3 in the fairway for our final group.
It's for a 7-iron. The ball is above her feet, so she should grip this down just a little bit.
Like Nasa Hataoka, 64-65 for Minjee Lee to open. Just a little bit off today. So
I've got her at 151, Lexi at 152. Nonetheless, they're all right there together. Matter of fact, Nasa was just looking over to see if Lexi was making the movements like she might play. She's not. As Karen mentioned, that breeze picking up. It's from the right. Actually feels like there's a fair bit of hurt in it, and judging by the way Minjee's shot ballooned a little into it, I think it is in. She's not playing it too safe. Nice little draw right of the hole.
That'll do.
this is textbook. This is what you do when you've won a dozen times.
Kevin yet? Gusty breeze picked up right as she was swinging at that one. Just a little left of the hole. Needs a go.
Okay. Kind of like 14. She'll have a birdie putt from off the green. But
It
just
will influence how this putt will roll. Should move a bit to the right because of it.
And Aria Jutanagar. I think more importantly, Grant and Judy, she proved it to herself that she belonged that 1 week, and she's proven it even more today.
Yeah, I know. I guess when you interviewed her, Jerry, she said this was really going to help her to believe in herself.
to your point, she played in the final group for birdie.
Just outside the left, a little bit back uphill early.
Of her only birdies today, one was one that she didn't think was going in. She was walking after to get it. It drifted in. 15 under. Nasa heads to 17 when we come back. 17.
Hataoka on the tee.
No signal from her caddy, but that had to be a 9-iron on a really good line.
This is really, really impressive. There's just no sign of nerves, and when she did make that mistake at the 13th, she bounced right back and managed to save par.
This has potential as well.
When you put that much into a a shot with a club with a lot of loft, you can almost bet you're going to get that spin. At least with her kind of club head speed, you're going to get that spin.
Minji hates this one. It's all right though.
She's just clinging on to the right edge of the green, very close to that bunker. And this one is going to be a bit of a double breaker.
Only player inside the top 26, not under par.
She hits a lot of pretty good putts that simply don't get to the hole. And that may have to do with confidence.
It was a long way short. Last week, yes, this is one of the most impressive events that we come to in terms of the community support. Obviously, a lot of folks move here from out of town, part of the Walmart empire and businesses that work with Walmart. And they relish seeing the best players in the world, and they have been treated to a display today from Hataoka. 5 shots ahead, the largest margin of victory so far in 2018 on the LPGA Tour. 5 shots, that was in B Park at Bank of Hope Founders Cup in Phoenix. Lexi for par. Chance to make an eagle, add some excitement on the 18th. Not going to be a win for Lexi, we don't think, but still a chance to finish it off in style.
Final group makes its way to the tee at the 18th. Day began with Nasa Hataoka and Minji Lee tied at 13 under. Lexi Thompson was just a couple of shots back, but it's been Hataoka flawless today, even after hitting the tee shot in the hazard at 13, made par. And she will join Judy, a very august group, players from Japan to win on the LPGA Tour. You played with many of these.
Well, I did. I knew many of these. Of course, Ayaka Okamoto was a tremendous player in the 80s on the LPGA Tour. Hiromi Kobayashi, just not too many years ago, retired from playing here. Everybody knows how we miss Ai Miyazato, and the names go on and on. But the first Japanese player that I remember is Chako Higuchi. She not only was a wonderful player, she was a wonderful ambassador for Japan, and she went on to, I think, actually be the CEO and the head of the Japanese tour. A very accomplished woman who is now in the World Golf Hall of Fame.
Nasa walking it off. Just one hole left. And as we've said before, any way she is too clear of the tournament record. She plays the par 5 18. She's driven the ball beautifully. She's done everything beautifully all week.
Wind really blowing now. Might be a storm approaching. Downwind from the left, a good one here, and it could be an iron in her hands for the second.
Said she didn't drive the ball very well last week in Michigan. Not the case this week.
It's hugging the left side.
You got to get lucky in the rough. She might have gotten lucky. That ball really looks like it might be just fine.
Just her second fairway missed today. She drove it playing so well.
I agree with what Karen said earlier. I like Lexi as an early favorite next week already, by the way she's playing, the way she's hitting. And this one's going to be fun, because every once in a while, you know she's going to give it everything she has, just like that. It's a little left, though.
Somebody liked it. That was awesome. Ooh.
No, and she did not get the break that Nasa got. Can't see the ball at all, Jerry.
The victory, the playoff runner-up to Lydia Ko. It's been a tremendous 2018.
It really has, and really what set her back today was the two early bogeys. She did try and come back from that, but in general her ball striking has not been really up to par, and a couple of short putts as well.
83 yards to the front, 212 to the hole. She's expecting this to be a bit of a flyer, because this is a 6-iron. Maybe a little adrenaline involved as well.
I saw that hop again.
Oh, it's a definite knuckleball. If it carries the bunker, it's good. All right of it.
Stay.
Might roll back for a ways.
Stay. And she could afford that.
She can make 9 here and win.
I think that's a pretty good play myself.
Yeah. Third shot of the par 5 coming up. Angie Lee has already laid up.
Lexi toyed with trying to get this to the green out of just an awful lie. I mean, just trying to gouge a wedge out of there, you can imagine what it's going to be like with a 6 or 7 iron.
Yeah, those other 2 tee shots just sunk to the bottom.
Well, barring holdouts from Lexi or Minji Lee, Austin Ernst is going to have a solo second place finish, and Nasa Hataoka is going to get a win.
It's a really steep upslope. Pitching wedge.
Just a little off all day.
Yeah, a little off all day, but you've got to, from the fairway, know there's going to be a little bit of spin on this green.
This will be the first time that she's not shot in the 60s at Pinnacle. Previous showings here, 2015, 16, and 17. Every round has been in the 60s until today. Would have had to hold that one. The back hole location here at this par 5 18th, Jerry, it almost favors the longer shot. Players trying to go for it in 2.
Yeah, but if this is a sand wedge, which I believe was a signal, probably a gap wedge, but if it's a sand wedge, it's going to have too much spin on it to not come all the way back toward the front. 113 off a slide uphill lie. Oh, that was the gap wedge.
Picking up speed.
So, birdie putts for Thompson and Lee from long. Burke introduced her to the game. She learned at the Tommy Nakajima Academy in Japan. And Tommy Nakajima, a fine player in his own right, said she plays calm on a big stage. And Jerry, has she ever today?
I couldn't possibly find words to describe it better than that.
Front. Back in, so no problem with that. I'll try to be too careful with you. Just get some time.
Dana's been caddying for roughly 40 years, and I'm sure this feeling never gets old to a caddy. They're in control of so little, but they help so much. Now, just a nice little pitch shot up the hill and enjoy the applause. Or try and get it really close.
Why not? It's a shot of a champion.
Black flag.
Yes. Wait till she sees it. The feeling for her mother. Her dad, Janichi. Now she's getting a look. Oh, yeah. Another look. Oh, she almost holed it earlier in the round from the fairway. You can't overstate what golf means in Japan. Certainly baseball is huge. Football/soccer, depending on your term for it, is huge, but women's golf is enormously popular, as we've seen Ai Miyazato when she came on tour, Judy. It was like really few things we'd ever seen when I got out here, and now they'll be following NASA for
Yeah,
who knows
well,
how long.
She's proven through the years as it doesn't stick around with her too long. And before she leaves here, she will sign every autograph that somebody wants to sign, even though she's not going to be relishing how she played today.
Well, I think she has to do two things in her game. I think she's going to have to be a little bit more of a consistent putter. I'm not going to delve into what might make that. I also think she's eventually going to have to lighten up on these very deep divots. It's just going to have to, it's going to happen.
And not an easy birdie putt. I mean, big tier to climb, got to get the line right as well. And again, a player who will be disappointed with her performance today, but knowing that she's playing well enough to contend next week, and that's all you can go into a major for hoping.
That's right. A win, a second, and a third in the last few weeks for Minjee Lee. Even par 71, as we said the
A
first
little bit of a disappointment.
This to stay in the top three. She'll take it. But even that, you can see the look of concern on her face. To finish it off, she's got the tournament record for one more birdie. And a star is born. Nasa Hataoka wins for the first time on the LPGA Tour. And she does it in record-setting fashion. 63.45. That'll do. She'll get doused. All right, let's update the race to the CME Globe. Nasa Hataoka shoots up into the top 10 area, and Moria still on top. Minjee moves up one, NB drops down one. Jessica Korda rounds out the top 10. All right, Nasa Hataoka with translator Mitsuki Katahira with Jerry Foltz.
Thank you very much, Grant. Nasa, you played today like you expected to win. Did you expect to win starting the day?
今日は優勝を目標にしてたと思いますけど、どんな一日でしたか？
最後まで自分のプレーを貫けたと思います。
I was focusing on my game for entire 18 today. Yeah, I'm so happy to win.
How much does this do for your confidence looking for the second half of the season?
自信はどのようにつきましたか、この優勝で？
今日は実力者と一緒に回って、その中でやっぱり自分のプレーができたのはすごく大きいなと思います。
I play with Lexi and all the big name playing with them was like really big for me, and then winning this tournament was just so huge for me.
Congratulations, very well done.
Thank you.
She takes down a couple of top 10 players, Lexi Thompson and Minjee Lee, and she sets a tournament record. What else can you say, Judy?
I could say we've seen a player.